So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I've been able to hit $20,000 per month with my social media marketing agency using GoHighLevel and SMS booking bots for my clients. Now, I think it's super important that number one, this is not my affiliate income. This is not, the snapshots that I sell or consulting other agency owners on how to be agency owners. This is me working with actual real estate clients and them paying for our service, which is Facebook ads plus AI booking bots. And that also includes GoHighLevel. So this is basically a sneak peek of my upcoming program that's going to be exclusive to my affiliates called Agency in a Box. So this is basically a sneak peek. I've been working on this and really kind of breaking down what I've been doing over the past 6 years and really the model that I believe I created. And so the goal of this video is to show you how you can make, 150K per year, even really any amount. I think there's some limits, which I'll talk about in a bit, but basically showing you how you can do agency a different way. And it's really based on this great systems approach. So if you've been on the channel, you'll know that, my focus is building systems. And so you don't have to follow the traditional agency path of hiring a bunch of people or having a big bloated agency. You also don't have to, you can find a sweet spot, right? And so this is what I've been able to do, or what I believe I've been able to do. And I'm going to show you how I'm able to get around 2 to 5 clients per month, fulfill the services in about 30 minutes, get my clients actual results. And I have 80% margins and no employees. And, I've been able to do this through a variety of different things. And that's what I'm going to be showing you in this free video. And like I said, this is a sneak peek of Agency in a Box, which is going to be, well, I'll talk about that more at the end. So let's get started. So who is this video for? So this video is for agency owners or aspiring agency owners. And I'm sharing this because I want to give people another model for running their agencies without just working harder and adding more people and just doing more stuff, right? And the way that I've been able to accomplish this is through really a different way of thinking. And it really just kind of is a part of my entire philosophy. I'm always looking for things to remove. I'm always looking for things to make better. And I'm always looking for more ways to automate the processes that I have. And when it's just you, and you don't have a bunch of bloat and you're actually talking with your clients and getting real feedback, you really have to think like that because, you don't have just somebody that's going to be doing all this work for you or your client's not giving you good feedback. So when you have really good clients and you have really good systems, you really see how much is possible with a model like what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. And I personally believe that I could double this model and that I would still only need probably just one person part-time to manage the systems that I've already created. And I'll talk more about that as I go on. But, I've been able to get to over 20K per month just with, this is agency stuff. This isn't fully accurate and neither is this. Some of these are, I don't know quite why, to be honest, why sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not. If you've used this feature, you know what I'm talking about. But 100% this is not affiliate income. It's not snapshot income. It's literally just one source of my income, which is, running an actual agency. And so I hope this video finds you well because there's a lot of noise in the marketplace about AI and this and that and, doing this service and doing that service and then selling it this way. And like this idea that just the wider you go, you're just going to finally at some point catch something versus my approach is more, laser focused and specific and narrow. And, it's more of like a sniper approach. And when you have one person, that's what you need to do. And so I'm going to be going through how to get clients and, all these different things. How do I get clients? How do I fulfill my services? How do I get these actual results? And, I'll probably free flow on some of the document as well. So yeah, I'm sharing this though, because when I started my agency, wasn't able to find anyone and neither did I didn't even know that this was what I wanted. But the only model that I was aware of was like, getting a team, getting salespeople, getting people to client success managers, getting people to run the ads and media buyers. And then you're running ads and you're doing direct outreach. And then it's like all this stuff, right? And for me, what I really started to see was like, well, to me, where money actually like makes a difference is when like just from an agency where you're not spending a lot of time, like if you're profiting, $15,000 to $20,000 of profit, it's like, okay, this is like, now you can decide if you actually want to add people and scale it up. But really, a lot of the methods that I had seen to get there required a lot of money and a lot of time. And I'm like, man, there just has to be a better way for reaching this goal without having to like sacrifice like all of my time and like do all these long sales calls and stuff like that. And so I'm sharing this because, I want to show people that you can be really good at what you do and build systems and sell those systems in a leveraged way as a service. And if you go narrow and you go specific and you cut out the noise, you can have an extremely leveraged business. And, now I'm contemplating just different ways I'm going to expand this, but this is my 100% agency. And I think it's really healthy that it took me a long time to really like dial in the processes, dial in my niche, dial in my offer, dial in, what works and what doesn't work in the formula, right? And the processes to managing these systems. And I think, there were little programs I would buy here and there. And I think a lot of those programs kind of force you out of your current reality and like just get you running ads or get you doing a bunch of stuff. And it doesn't give you like an organic foundation to actually build the proper foundation that I think that you need to like maintain this, right? And so the majority of my business comes from referral and word of mouth. YouTube has now played a part in that as well, and some stuff on Facebook, which I'll show you about. But this isn't me running ads. This isn't me doing a bunch of sales calls and following up with leads. This is from focusing on really getting results and using GoHighLevel and Facebook ads and a few key things to actually move the needle. So that's really my secret weapon. So hopefully, if you're watching this video, maybe it resonates with you. Like, man, there's so many people out there and everything's all edited and produced and you just can't even like, I don't know. Sometimes I find myself watching content and I'm like, man, I just wish I could just hear this person just talk, not have to do all this marketing. So that's my intention with this video as well. So my transparent story. So I struggled with my marketing agency for quite a while. I was making, 8 to 10 grand a month pretty much within the first few months of starting it. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that, but I think within the first 3 months or something, I was able to get to like 7,500 or 8,000 or something like that. The agency at the time was like a combination of photo and video, and we would like post content. It was basically a content creation agency, and I was always like making money, always, but when I say I struggled, right, what I really would define that as was that I didn't actually have leverage in the form of time and in the form of like software and code. And so like making money is one thing, right? And that's kind of why you got to be careful when you just start offering a bunch of services and thinking you can just sell kind of some form of CRM. Because if you're in the GoHighLevel, community and you're seeing people just going out and saying, offer this, offer that, and every business needs this. I think, I haven't personally done that, but I did have my own version of going very wide with things. And I just, like I said, I struggled to really create the leverage that I wanted, which was signing up a client, them paying the same amount as, the next client, getting the same service and having the same system and being able to duplicate it and duplicate it and duplicate it, right? And now I'm at the point where it's very, very defined and dialed in, where I could have somebody running it, right? And fully have it running, right? And I think it takes time, right? It takes time. Everyone's so caught up in achieving things so fast and making everything happen so quickly that, people forget that good, organic things take time. And, that's why I'm sharing with you this video because, it took me time. It took me, 6 years to really get here. And I would say 3 years to really start like realizing, dang, okay, if I'm going to really make this work, this is what I have to do. Right. So I also had, I wrote wrong just so that it was clearly understood, but I wouldn't define anything I've done as wrong or people I've worked with as wrong. But, I didn't have the mentors that really allowed me to see that there was another way that I could do this. Right. Like for me, I see that, this can easily be $50,000 a month agency, with, maybe one full-time person. Doing all the administrative things, and I can do some quick calls and stuff like that where I'm making content and, basically, getting them enrolled. But it wouldn't be this, like it could literally be like maybe 10 hours a week of work and, $50,000 of profits and just with one person really doing the majority of the work. Right. Because I've defined the service and I've made it really simple and I've got rid of the stuff that doesn't move the needle. And I'll talk more about ways I'm intending on refining, what I'm doing and different ideas. But I didn't have people that really were able to show me, hey, you can actually do this in a way that feels good to you, that's at an organic pace, and that like you could design this however you want it. I was always shown, oh, well, here's how you just do it, and that would always cause me wasting money on ads, just losing clients, setting the wrong expectation, and I didn't have the right information for what I'm sharing with you now. I also self-sabotaged. So, this was earlier in my journey, but I would, basically like I would basically like say that I wanted to do something and I couldn't stick with it long enough in order to see any sort of results. I would get too emotional. I would stop too early. I would go off and do some other idea. I mean, I could go on and on for ways that I would self-sabotage, but this is who I used to be. And I say this because if you're younger and you're in this Go High Level audience and people that are making content, I think it's important to note that that could be your biggest enemy when you're starting, and that being able to really control and anchor your emotions and really commit to something and stick with it is key. And that's why I said this took time. This took a lot of work. There were years where, I wouldn't go on holidays or I wouldn't do anything, and even one of my friends who saw a photo I posted on my Instagram was like, I'm glad you bought a couch because, I moved into this apartment like 4.5, 5 years ago. And, at one point it was literally just a bed and my desk, because that's all that mattered, was like, that was where I was. Right. And so I'm telling you guys this because, you probably see what I'm doing now or whatever and see these results and think, oh, well, how can I just do that? But it's like, there was so much work that went into it. Getting clients to stay long enough to even get a result, get that real legit case study, right? The effort it took. I have a client that's made, probably $950,000 profit with our system. That took time. I was silent. I wasn't saying anything. I wasn't out there, going and promoting stuff. Like, I was actually doing the stuff that mattered. And sometimes, and even still to this day, a lot of the stuff that matters is done in silence. And what you guys see on video is the result, right? But the cause, the initial condition, the cause that creates the real result, these are things done in silence. No one knows the things I've done and the nights that I've stayed up or working in the dark, figuring out these bots or whatever it is. So this is important because, I'm kind of telling you more how it is, and it doesn't have to take this long, right? But these are things you're going to encounter on the way. And that's part of my philosophy as to why I keep my systems lean and focused and clear, is because you're already going to have a hard enough time dealing with yourself and dealing with the things that you got to do to get to where you want to go. And so the more variables you add, the more confusion, the more surface area you create to basically, self-sabotage yourself, right? I couldn't get results for my clients because they didn't follow up. They wouldn't do what they had to do, but this was before Go High Level. There were a lot of reasons, right? I didn't know how to create as effective of ads as I do now. I didn't have the proper systems. There's a lot of reasons I didn't get results. And, there's a part of this business where what your clients do is dependent on them for sure. And only until you stack enough results can you actually prove that you know what you're doing. But there's also a part of this too, where when you're starting out, if you can't get results, it really doesn't matter what you know how to do, because at the end of the day, people want results and people want to see results. And so just by the time, all the effort it takes just to get a client, and then to get them to pay the ad spend, and then to get them to stay on long enough, and then to get a good lead, and then to get them to follow up, and all the things that have to go right, it's a lot. It's really a lot, and it takes time. And regardless of what method you're using, it takes time. It doesn't have to take as long as it took, but it takes time. So I couldn't get results. And, that was kind of a part of why not even switched to investors. It was more just investors started wanting to work with me, and I just rolled with it. And then all of them started getting results. And then I realized they had the right budget, they had the right team, they had the right systems. And then now I know what it takes to actually get results. And so now I'm in this place of having momentum, right? So I also dropped out of school, and I feel like it took me 3 years to really dial in the nuts and bolts of the agency that I actually wanted. And I'm going to get into that. So yeah, here's some big picture stuff before I get into how to get clients with free and paid methods and stuff like that. But basically, a lot of people want to learn how to build an agency, and they see people making content that are thinking so big that they're literally missing the most basic stuff. Like, for example, one of the things that I was taught when I started was, to sell something that was $6,000 paid upfront, and don't tell the price until you're at the very end of the phone call. And now it's like, all the effort it used to take to get people on the call and just feel like, oh my gosh, I finally sold someone $6,000 and they paid upfront in full. I mean, don't get me wrong, talking about high ticket is its own conversation. I'm not saying to not do high ticket, but like I said, if you're thinking so big and you literally don't even have a client, don't forget the most basic stuff. When you go to Amazon and you look to buy something, do you know the price? Yeah. Like, if you go to the store, what's there? The price. Like, everything that people buy pretty much has a price publicly available, right? So I don't know why earlier I didn't just say, hey, I'll run your ads and get you motivated seller leads, and you pay me $1,000 and then you have to pay $1,500 in ad spend. Like, I never have ever promoted that. Like, never promoted that. Just all the years I've had an agency, I never just posted a simple post like that. I missed that because I was thinking so like, okay, I have to hide the price. I have to do this deep, presentation and ask them what this would mean to them and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, like, I don't know if it's just because I'm older, but I'm just like, tell me like what it costs and just what do I get, and like tell me the specifics. And it's like, okay, I'll give you an idea if like I'm in the ballpark. And I don't know, I just complicated things by doing things like that. I wouldn't well, sharing your price is one thing people don't do, right? Some people don't share their results because they don't have them, but this is always a basic thing that you can just never forget to do enough of. Share your results, check in with your clients, see how they're doing. If they get deals, get the name of the lead or whatever it is, post the deal, right? Simple stuff like that. I'll get more into the specifics over here. And then, yeah, put your cards on the table like any other business. Like, why do we think that it has to be confusing? Like, agencies and making money online and providing these types of services to business is going to be more and more common. So I don't know, it just seems normal. Like, go to my website, see my prices, see what you get, sign up, check out the people that have worked with me, depending on what you're offering, right? You can't promise like miracle things, which is what I think people do. And then they have to like maintain what they told people on the call. Like, I guarantee that you're going to get all this and your whole life's going to change. And it's like, and then you're spending time doing all that versus just like, oh, well, what if I just say kind of the reality of what's going to happen and I just keep getting clients that are looking for a service? Just like if you were to hire like a cleaning company, like you just want them to come in and clean. Like, do they need to guarantee that like it's going to be the best clean you'd ever gotten and like it's spotless and there will not be one, ounce of dust on any of the things we clean? It's just like, just come and clean the house and that's it, right? There's so many services people buy that it's just like, you're not really expecting this insane thing. So unless you're in the position to offer coaching and like run a robust system where you're going to like be able to provide it to the client, like where you're coaching the client, you have a sales trainer teaching the guy how to sell better, you have a VA that's following up for them or they have one, like you got to be realistic with what the system's going to produce depending on where you're at. So I know, for example, with good ads and inbound Facebook ads and a qualifying survey and automation, like I know the numbers and I know what it'll produce. And, I don't go out and try to act like it's something other than what it's really going to be, right? They have to do their job. I have to do my job, but I know what I'm doing. They should know what they're doing. And, if you look at the regression to the mean, which is, it's basically a mathematical principle. It's like, over time, right? Things may ebb and flow. Oh, this one's a good picture. Oh, my computer's been slow today, but basically over time, right? Like things are going to ebb and flow, right? But over time, there's just going to be an average, right? And so this is an actual like method and model, right? That's used in mathematics and financing, investing, and you could pretty much apply it to almost anything. So it's like some people go and like promise this, but then they deliver this. And if you just kind of like sell truthfully, like, hey, you're going to probably be somewhere on this red arrow here. You may have a month where you're up here, you may have a month where you're down here, but over time, if you stick with us, like it's going to be a successful relationship. Like, I don't know, that's kind of been my strategy. So that's what I would say in terms of that. Some principles before I get into the good stuff, elimination of bad stuff is always better than just adding more quote unquote potentially good stuff, like removing errors, removing bad leads, removing confusion, making the leads better, right? And just creating a better system with less bad stuff is always better than a new bot or a new this and a new that. And I'm always, every week I'm in my system looking for things to clip away and take off and like remove or consolidate, and just refine what I'm doing to the core, where it's just like, this is what matters, this isn't what matters, and just keep eliminating stuff. I use minimalist automation. I see some people with the craziest workflows ever. And the workflows that I actually use in my agency, right, which are different than the GPT systems that I've made or things like that, they're very minimal. They're very simple because, when you're running a service, you have to be able to maintain the service and manage it. And if you have all these different technicalities that you have to solve for, you're just going to create an entire job for yourself. So, minimalist automation and systems are always better than having to rethink and recreate a new strategy versus just having a copy paste system where you may not even be thinking. And I didn't used to believe this at one point. I used to think that thinking about things new for the first time again and again was always going to beat someone that just had like a boring basic system. But, as time would prove to me, I was able to see like, wow, like if you just have somebody doing the most basic task ever, but they stay consistent with it, they're going to beat someone that's always potentially reinventing things and trying to switch everything all up. And so I make small incremental changes. And whenever I fix something, I focus on fixing the system and then applying that system to the client and removing anything that makes it not a system, which to me is when something leaves the system, when it leaves a container, and it's breaking principle from what the entire system is supposed to do, I'll usually just remove it, or you have to correct it, right? Because you want to basically, with this model that I do, you want to basically sell this product, right? And you're just running paid ads into a product, really. It's like the variable where the service comes in is just where you're creating the ads or whatever, but I've been able to pretty much productize the entire thing. So now here's the good stuff, okay? So, or what I think people will think is the good stuff. You need the other pieces, but basically here are some client getting strategies. So you can use Facebook organic, and these are everything I have written here are things that I've done or do. They're not just made up things. So Facebook organic, you can join a Facebook group where your niche is, and you can use a tool like Pepper. Yes, this is an affiliate link. And yes, I actually endorse this software, and it's how I have like 3,000 friends on Facebook. But basically this is its own video, and this would be, what's in Agency in a Box. So comment down below if you guys are looking forward to Agency in a Box, or if this training is good and the stuff that you guys want to see. I trust that it is. So basically this tool, like I said, it's its own separate training, but it's just a little Chrome extension, and it opens up on your Facebook, on your Chrome, and you just go to Facebook, you join a group. Once you're accepted, you can go to the members, and it'll just start friending people. There's no code or anything. It actually just controls your mouse. So there's not like code or anything running, and it basically waits for a certain amount of time so that it can start to friend people and be compliant with Facebook. And so this is a cool thing to do because you can run this in the background, and eventually, depending on how many friends you already have, you should be able to add, 500 friends or so within, I would say, a week to 10 days, if you have like a fairly active Facebook account. And so what does that mean? Well, that means you'll probably get, let's just say, I don't know, 30% to be conservative. I haven't really done the numbers on how this, what the math was. I would just friend people and just max it out, and then I would just post. I wouldn't go and track every little thing. But let's just say 30% of the friend requests get accepted. So you send 500, you get 150 new friends, every 10 days. So within a month, you're getting 600 new people. And those are either people you can DM, or you can post organic content with comment below calls to action. This is one I did on October 3rd. I've already established, my list of friends, but as I get results for my clients and I have friends on my Facebook that are my potential clients, I post lead magnets that drive people to my YouTube or to DM me. And basically this is a post. It just says, who wants to see the exact strategy we're using to generate inherited off-market deals using Facebook ads? And then there were about 30 comments. The other 30 were my replies. And then I just send them a link to my YouTube. And then now, if you understand actually how YouTube works, at the time of this recording, YouTube actually shows content to people if you're in their watch history. So let's say someone isn't subscribed to you, but like somebody here, they went and clicked on my video. The next time they go to YouTube, I'm very likely to show up on their actual recommended feed. So this is traffic, right? This is just one piece of it. You can do this without YouTube, but you can post organic content like something like this, and then just send them a DM with a PDF or a video, whatever you want to do. But currently, to date, what I'm doing now is I'm doing something like this, and then I'm actually sending them to my YouTube, and then people that go and watch my YouTube and go through a YouTube wormhole, they see that I know what I'm doing and they trust me. They like how my style is. And then it's more just a matter of, are they a fit for what I offer? So this is Facebook. You can use this tool. You can do this manually without Pepper, but Pepper will allow you to just automatically get friends. And so eventually what you want is, 2,500 plus friends in your target niche, an affordable service that gets results, and a dead simple way of getting these new leads, which is, Pepper, and using the actual results you get to get new clients, and your feed should become a live wall of results. So if you go to my actual Facebook, you'll just see my results and the YouTube videos that I post. And so I just surrendered my Facebook probably a year and a half ago, where I was like, I'm using Facebook for business. I'm not going to use Facebook for personal stuff at this point. If I need a personal one with my friends, maybe I'll make a new one, but I just kind of committed, I'm just going to use Facebook, all my platforms, for business, because really that's my intention. If I'm going to see my family, I want to see them in person or message them. I don't really, I'm not on Facebook. I actually blocked Facebook a long time ago. I use this thing called Facebook Feed Eradicator, and it just blocks my feed. So I haven't even been on Facebook on my computer for probably 5 years. So I just was like, why am I not just posting business stuff? And once you get over it, then you'll realize how powerful of a tool Facebook still is, because you can friend people for free that are in your niche and literally message them for free. I don't know. It's just the craziest concept when you remove all the noise of Facebook and the distraction, and you stop thinking of it like a consumer and just consuming content. And you're like, I could literally join a Facebook group, find someone that's doing or a potential fit for my service, friend them, and send them a message. It's that simple. So That's Facebook organic. And then you can also use email. So when I started, I basically sent like 300 to 400 cold Loom specific videos to people in my area. And this is a screenshot from my actual email. And I have like 400 or something Looms back then. You can go to, a virtual assistant on Fiverr and pay them like $100 or something to get you. I actually don't know the specific pricing, but you can get a list of leads for a very affordable price on Fiverr. And if you're specific with how you actually want to get the leads, you can get good names, emails, and phone numbers. And I mean, even at a 1% conversion rate, you should be able to get, 1 to 2 clients from here. If you did video like I did, you probably can get a little bit higher. But either way, you don't have to necessarily do a personal video, but I'm just telling you in transparency, this is what I've actually done, not this is a way to do it, right? This is what I've done. So I can only say what I've done and what works from there. I would actually send personalized videos to people on their website, and that was my system. And so eventually I got enough clients from that, and then I would get referrals that it turned into like more leverage things like, like live events, in-person events and trainings. And then I just converted it to digital trainings, right? So you guys are seeing me 6 years into doing all this stuff. So this is another way. And then obviously organic YouTube, you're watching this on YouTube. And this is what I was talking about, Facebook friends to your YouTube channel. And I would encourage everyone to make content YouTube, like regardless of where you are. I think the key thing is don't act like you're somewhere that you're not, and just show people like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm figuring out. These are my ideas right now. I think when you go on the platform and act like you're ahead of where you are, that's when it starts to be like, okay, I don't think this is authentic. So YouTube, in my opinion, is the best and my favorite. And why? Well, YouTube pays you to get clients. So once you get monetized, which I wouldn't count on getting monetized or make getting monetized on YouTube any part of like your long-term strategy. Like it'll just happen if you make good content, because some months the YouTube monetization is not even that high at all, and then some months it goes up, and so it's not really anything you want to count on. But if you really break it down, once you do get to a certain point, it's pretty good. And so they're basically paying you to make educational content, which in turn should get you clients. So it's like you take the entire model of going out paying to get clients and you flip it on its head. Well, how do I make free education and content and get paid to do that, which turns into actual clients? Then, I'm going to do that, right? Now there's really no way to lose in that sense. I mean, it just takes time. And like I said, in Agency in a Box, I'm going to be able to break this stuff down. I'm going to go behind the scenes and all this stuff, go more specific and all that. But this is just a preview. It's also long form, right? So this is, I'll probably slightly speed up this video just so it's a little faster for people, but this is long form, right? So when you're watching, if you've watched this entire video so far, you probably already feel like you know me or trust me, right? And that's one video, right? Whenever I've made short form content, I feel like I'm always like keeping up with the trend. I have to always manufacture what I'm saying. It's got to be all hypey. And it's just, to me, it's more efficient. If someone's good at short form, do short form, but I'm better in a long form format. I enjoy it. It's what I enjoy to watch. So yeah, I like long form. It also lasts longer in terms of like distribution. YouTube will keep showing the content to people, and it's also intent based. So when you create an actual YouTube video, you can actually put in specific keywords that people are searching for. And I've seen it work firsthand where people will book on calls with me and they'll mention certain keywords or people that I put in my keywords. And I've seen it very clearly when I do real estate content and tag real estate people come, and I get an influx of those people. So this works for getting actual clients too. I think people think I'm just making YouTube to get affiliates, or maybe they think that, but I get actual business from my YouTube, and my primary focus is still my agency. And I was telling somebody this the other day. It's like, the reason I probably could be making way more faster just focusing on promoting my affiliate stuff. And if you guys have been on the channel, you'll know, I mean, maybe there's maybe 10 or 12 videos where I like specifically tell people to go and check out the affiliate program. But what my belief is that if I keep mastering and designing this model, which is what this video is about, is this new model that I believe I created or am creating. Maybe there's other people, whatever. I'm not saying I'm inventing it, but I want to show people a different way of what's possible. If I keep mastering that and I keep actually doing it, and I'm a living embodiment of this model in real time, like the affiliates are just going to want to join even more because I'm not just an affiliate, right? So that's always been important to me. I could never sign up with a program where I felt like somebody was just doing not doing the thing that they're telling to do, unless it was like Michael Jordan or something, or Tom Brady, where they've like literally retired. But in business, it's like the real OGs keep doing like what they're doing. So I guess that's just my belief. So even if it means you may not make as much, I feel like you got to keep that integrity. That's my thing. So anyway, I'm doing YouTube for agency clients as well. Okay, so here's some of the Facebook ads that I've run recently to get clients. So these are paid ways of getting Facebook ad clients, and these are my actual ads. And I obviously know this is how I've gotten so much experience with these different methods that I show you guys on these videos, because I know how to run lead forms. I know how to run off-platform conversions. I know how to run lead forms to a group. I know how to run, messages to a group. So this is just, a screenshot of, some recent ads. And these are basically the two things I found to work best out of all these different things is simple Facebook Messenger ad. This is to get agency clients, a Facebook Messenger ad to DM, or a simple lead form to a calendar. Those are like the simplest, lowest impact ways to like start getting clients. This is something I'll be testing out, or like more, I'll be testing this out like more current, like these are newer things I'm talking about, but like putting your pricing in your ad, and instead of doing these crazy offers or whatever, just like seeing if you could potentially sell, your services, like almost like somebody, I don't know, signing up for a plumber or signing up for a local service business or something like that, where it's just like, hey, this is our price. This is what we do. Fill out a form and like see if you're a fit. So this is something I'm testing, but I haven't done in this has not been done in these, ad sets right here. And so my thought process, like, why make your sales process more complex, confusing, where you have to follow up with more people that don't know the price, don't know what you do. It's kind of like, don't we just want to do some business? Like, I get if you want to be multimillionaire agency owner, and that's why I can't say, that's not what I am. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm like, man, like making 40, 50K from an agency profit with one person running the whole thing and like a low maintenance business. That's like, it's not like this, some huge fire is going to go off and there's all these things you got to do. I mean, like, what's the worst that can happen? Like a client complains about the quality of the leads and, your ad account gets banned. It's like, I don't know. It's not really, if you set the right expectations, you have good pricing and all that stuff. It's like, I don't know. I just think you can do a lot of business, especially locally, if you nail some of this stuff, especially if you do ads. So, these are some actual clients I've gotten. All right, so I just retook this thing. These are some clients that I've gotten from Facebook ads, and the reason I'm reshooting this edit is because I had the person's phone number there, so I wasn't even realizing that, and I'm like, oh, that's probably not a good idea. So that was one client, and then this is another one. This is from Facebook Messenger ads too. So I've always gotten clients from Facebook Messenger, and basically you want to keep it really simple when you're starting. So if you're profitable and your systems are dialed in, you can potentially add more automated acquisition strategies. You guys have to remember, I've been running ads for a long time. I'm pretty good with this automation, so I know how to design it where it's low maintenance. If you're newer to this stuff, I would just stick to like a simple Facebook lead form ad to a calendar and just basic automation, because you're not going to potentially know how to set this up, and then that becomes its own thing versus just getting clients. So those are free methods, right? Facebook organic, cold outreach on Loom, and then paid ads, and then Instagram DMs and Facebook DMs. These are all paid, done for you service clients from there. Okay, so here's my sales process. Okay, so ideally they should know the price before you get on the call. When I started, like I said, it was like you're supposed to price drop at the last moment and then try and convert them. And it was like over time, I'm just like, man, who wants to go to like a car repair shop or auto repair shop and take your car in, and then it's like, damn, like I have no idea what they're going to say. I've already taken my car in. It's a little different, right? But it's like, damn, I've already taken my car in. They're going to look at it and tell me what's going on. And it's like, it would be nice if they said, hey, which is the place that I go to, right, near where I live when I've taken my car to get repaired. The place I go to is really cool. They say, hey, it costs, I don't know exactly what it is, but they have like an hourly fee that they charge to just get your car checked out, and they're super upfront about it. So they just say, hey, it's $50 an hour to diagnose or spend the time to like see what's going on. And so if it takes us 1 hour, you'll pay $50. I'll tell you what we find, and you can decide if you want to buy it or not, and buy the fix or whatever. And if not, you can literally pay $50 if it takes 1 hour, see what's wrong with it, and then basically, leave and not fix it if you don't want to. But it's kind of cool when you just know, okay, well, this is how much it costs. And then basically I have an idea before I get in that, okay, it's going to cost this much for them to check it out. And then, it's anyone's best guess what's going on. So it's reasonable that then you're hoping they give you a fair price, right? But I was taught, you charge super high ticket, and then basically last moment you just say the price, and then, hopefully they're a fit. And everyone would be like, oh, that's too much. And then I'd have to sell and try and do all this stuff. Versus now I get on calls. Everyone knows how much I charge for our services. They know the minimum ad spend. And they're either usually DMing me on school or Facebook or Instagram, wherever. and then they're jumping on a call, and it's more about just like if they're an actual fit, like they have the right things that we're looking for them to succeed with our system. And then it's more of like us taking orders and seeing if they're a good fit than it is a sales call where I'm having to prove all this stuff out. It's more like, hey, this is our service fee. This is what you need to spend on ads. And then, if you're interested, if you know the price and know that, and you have that in your budget and you need what we're doing, then let's jump on a call and I can actually show you like what we do. And then you can ask questions versus you have no idea really, what the price is. It could be $10 or it could be 10,000, and you don't know like how long the contract is. You have no idea. So you're having to spend all this energy like doing some demo before you even find out if someone's a fit. So that's what I do. They should know the price. They should know most of those details via DM, and then it's just more about seeing if you're a good fit. On the demo, just show them your system, show them your ad, show them the automation, show them how it turns into a deal, and then show them this deal calculator, that I made. This is what I do. So I just break down, okay, if you stay with us for 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or whatever, and you want 1 deal a month or 2 deals a month, you just change all this stuff up, and then they see, okay, well, I'm going to spend this month, this much per day on ads. This is where your fee goes. And then it just shows them, okay, well, I'll do 3 months or 2 months or whatever, or 1 month or whatever. And then they know, okay, cool. Like here's what to expect. And then from there, and then, yeah, I use GoHighLevel in terms of the product delivery. I know this kind of isn't I think this should go below here, but this is my new 30-day free trial affiliate link. And this is part of the sales process because it's a lean, dead, simple snapshot. I think it's below. Oh, it's down here. But basically that's kind of part of the sales process, is just like, you just show them in this snapshot, like what they're getting, how it works, walk them through it, show them the ads, show them the system. And there's more, like I said, that'll be specific in Agency in a Box, but this is, what I put together for this little video. So if they, I never pressure any of my clients to sign up, or like, I don't try and close them or anything. Like everyone just says, how do I get started? Like they're wanting to do it, just like on Amazon. Like I don't need Jeff Bezos calling me up. Hey, are you going to buy that thing that's in your cart? Like, I'm just going to buy it. That's how I've done it. I know some of you are different and wired differently. You got to find your own superpower, but this is what I do, because people are like, how do you handle objections? And it's like, I don't really get objections because I'm just honest. Like, dude, this is a potential working relationship where things are going to happen. Like, this is what we do. This is how we do our best to make sure that you get this result. These are the projections for lead costs. Like 7 out of 10 of these leads are probably going to be junk. Here's our automation filter. Like, what is there to object to? I mean, it's just, if they know the price, they know the ad spend, they want what you have what they want. It's like, I mean, I don't know. So I just think I'm able to not have all these different things because I'm not out there promising the world and saying all this stuff and going super wide and trying to solve every problem. So when you stick to a specific thing and it's dead simple, it's kind of hard to have objections. And if you do, they're pretty easy to solve because you most likely create solutions for them, right? And a lot of the objections are more like obstacles and logistics. And if you have good knowledge of how your system works, you'll be able to solve them by telling them how you solve it. Like, well, what about this? I don't want to use GoHighLevel. No worry. We can use Zapier, send the leads to any system that's integrates with Zapier. What system do you have? Oh, I use ABC. Oh, let me look it up right now. Oh, yeah, they integrate with Zapier. We can send it. Oh, okay, perfect. Oh, I already have GoHighLevel. Can you send the leads to us? Yep, no worries. We'll run this part of the system on ours and send them over. Oh, okay. How do I know if you're going to get leads in our area? Oh, well, let's look at the Facebook ads library, see if people are running ads in your area. If they are, and they've been running for more than a few months, then people are already spending money in that area running ads that we're going to run, so people are probably getting results. Like, it's not that hard when you keep your surface area tight, right? But if I started promising the whole world, and then I have to like maintain that, right? So this is my super fancy AI automated onboarding with all these workflows. I'm just kidding. It's literally like, this is the email. This is I've sent this out 5-6 times in the last few weeks. It's a templated agreement with, the contract. It's a link to pay. This opens up the SaaS configurator on GoHighLevel. So when they pay, it creates a reoccurring subscription. It creates their sub account. It loads their snapshot, and then we're pretty much ready to go. And then we have the asset transfer call. This is going to be changed. I'll talk more about that in a second, but this is where I would jump on a quick call with them, get their Facebook ad account, and get them to put in their card and some other little stuff, but I'll talk about that in the next step. But this was pretty much the core of the onboarding, and even this is pretty lean, but I've been able to figure out how to make this even better. So that's what the onboarding looks like, and basically the close of the sale is just, here's what's next. I'm going to send you an agreement. You can review it, make sure it sounds good. Once you do that, you'll sign it. It sounds good. Then you'll pay. That'll make your account. And then you'll book a call with me where I'm going to basically, get everything transferred over to our end, and then we'll run your campaign, right? So that's the close. Now the fulfillment is basically, this is part of what I was going to tell you. Okay. So the recent addition is to use an internal ad account. So, I won't get into all the specifics. I'll save that for the full course, but basically, it's just more simple to sell, hey, sign up with us, like sign an agreement, pay us, and then give me your card and we'll launch the ads in 20 minutes. Then, sign the agreement, pay, then jump on a call. Then if Facebook blocks this and blocks that, and we have to go through all these hoops, you got to verify your business and all this stuff. It's just like, it just prevents us from launching. So by removing that third step of a call where you're taking their own ad account and stuff, you can just make an ad account for a client. They still pay Facebook directly, but now it's a way easier pitch because it's just like, here's all you have to do. And I'm going to talk more about my offer and stuff in the Agency in a Box course. But I'll still touch on it here, because I'll talk more about that in a second. But basically, if you have a solid offer, the pitch is pretty easy because at this point we're getting quality leads, and I demonstrate how we do that. Then we qualify those leads with SMS bots. And then all they got to do is pay. They know our service fee up front. They know the ad spend up front. And like we have the results. It's just like, pay us, give us your card for the ad spend, and check your phone when the lead comes in. And it's just a way more smooth way of like running the agency. So we run the ads using UpHex, and I'll talk more about that in Agency in a Box. This is an affiliate link, but basically we have our templates loaded in there, so we can just run an ad literally within 10-15 minutes, and someone's live with our system literally in 10-15 minutes from the time they pay. When you remove the Facebook ad stuff out of the way, it's literally just like, boom, your ads are live, right? Use your own pixel. Okay, here's my explanation, but use your own pixel, use your own conversion API. After 6 years of doing this, over $1.5 million of spend that I have personally ran. No client has ever used pixel data effectively for other marketing channels. No client has ever remarketed with pixel data effectively. No client even truly understands what the pixel is, and they don't even have the staff or the manpower to actually maximize it. If you're working with an e-commerce business, someone more established, they probably do. But service-based businesses, they don't really ever need it. So might as well just use your own. That's one less thing to transfer. And it's just like, boom, give us your card, ads are launched. Way easier. We already have to deal with the A2P stuff. So that's a part of this onboarding form where we collect their info, the A2P form and the credit card. That way we can just plug it into the ad account. But there's already enough variables to manage. And this is going to be more what I release in Agency in a Box, what I'm intending to do just with my agency to scale it and make it even leaner and easier to manage. But for now, this is enough for you guys to have an idea of the direction that I'm going. So stay tuned. All right. So yeah, these are some recent additions that I've made too with Facebook ads. I'm doing an SMS bot double opt-in. So they fill out the ad, they see the ad, they fill out the survey, and then we're getting them to double opt-in via SMS and basically verify that they are in fact interested in what they inquired about. If they're not, we take them out from there, because the leads that we've actually seen our clients convert and have meaningful conversations with that aren't a waste of time. They're pretty compliant. They usually respond to text, and they almost always are actually interested. So the people that just say stop right away, or who is this, or what are you talking about? I've never really seen any of those people end up being converted. And yeah, if you want to maximize and try and squeeze every ounce out of every lead, you probably could follow up with those leads and have someone full-time doing that. But I just don't really care. I would rather just have the people that are easy to work with, get the 80-20 and move on. So that's that. I'm also doing AI voicemail drops. This is getting a lot of callbacks. And what I was able to do was link up the callbacks to automatically not answer and then convert them into an SMS bot. So if you're an official affiliate of mine, you're going to get this new bot and basically this system I'm showing you. So it's not going to be the exact one that I use, but it's going to be the framework that you need, and you can just customize it for your business or your niche that you offer services to. And there's not going to be a lot that you're going to have to do because it's going to be minimal, but it's going to be a full in-depth training of how to do all this stuff, how to get clients, how to, sell the client, not even sell the client, but how to get clients, right? How to present the solution to the client, how to fulfill fast, and then have a super lean and mean product where it's going to be even less. You're going to, you guys will see this, but this will be for my premium affiliates. Okay. So this is what I'm doing with, this is basically for UpHex, but I just have an internal category where it has all the templates we run for our actual done for you clients. And that way you get a client to sign the agreement, pay the actual, pay the invoice or the SaaS configurator link, creates their sub account. They fill out the form has the card. You use one of your ad accounts, you plug in their card, you launch a template, and they're literally live in 30 minutes. And then you use the bot to qualify their leads. It's a sick model. So I'm excited to share this with you guys, even though this is kind of like a little preview. It's not really the whole thing. Lastly, and this is part of what direction I'm going with my agency, and this will be covered more in the full training, but limit client permissions. So all they really need is, they don't even need dashboard, but they really just need conversations, calendars, contacts, and then opportunities. I think contacts is supposed to be here. I may have removed it for the screenshot on accident, but that's all they need, because there's some stuff that we're just going to be doing back end to automate way more and get our clients out of high level, because the A2P stuff, all these things are becoming to be a lot, and it kind of removes the core of what being an agent. It goes both ways, right? It's like the core of being an agency is like to do those things for the client. And so when you think of GoHighLevel, it's like you kind of get the client too involved in what just the agency should do and what the value is you're providing. So I'm limiting this because it makes our job easier, and I'll talk more about it in Agency in a Box. Okay, so management and optimization. So once you figure out how to get clients, you actually sell the client, then you deliver the service fast. How do you manage and optimize the system so you can get results? Every morning, just check on the ads, like Monday through Friday, and 90% of the time you should only ever make a change within a 4-day minimum span. So you should never be making changes every day. You should just look to make sure, oh, okay, I have an idea of what's going on, thumbs up, and you keep moving on. Make sure they're getting leads, make sure that how yesterday looked, and then kind of look at the last 4 to 7 days. And if you see something out of KPI, then you'll basically just delete them. It's as simple as that. Delete them and duplicate them. I'll talk more, like I said, in specifics. Basically, this is like what it's going to be. And then in Agency in a Box, I'm going to actually do it and show you guys and make sure no stone is left unturned and like show you what I mean. But delete the old ad sets. Like you don't need to actually keep old ad sets around. Just click it, duplicate it, delete the old one, refresh the new one, maybe change a little bit of the copy or, add a new ad or something, but you shouldn't be messing with the entire frame of the system. The frame should just exist as one campaign. And then you're just deleting the old unperforming ad sets, duplicating the new ones, adding a new video or whatever it is, but you're never changing the core of the system. You're just duplicating it and putting in a new one. Like it's pretty much, that's it. UGC ads, this is a part of our formula as well. You can go to Fiverr, type in UGC content creator. There's a bunch of people that will actually make the ads for you, and you can just use those ads. And then those are the ads you run on behalf of your clients. That way your clients don't have to actually get on video. I've already tried that model. So that's a whole story. And then, new ads every 14 days. So you could buy a few new UGC ads every 14 days, depending on how many clients you have. You can also use it as an incentive to keep clients enrolled. Just, make sure that they know every month they're going to get, a new ad or something like that. And once you have enough UGC ads, you'll have, 10, 20 UGC ads that you can plug in and play, but then your client can get a new specific ad that you use and use them to, keep them on. Check in with your clients every 2 to 4 days. Like you should be messaging them, just, hey, how we doing? We looking good. And your winning clients shouldn't be messaging you a ton. Like my winning clients, meaning like all the clients that I work with, like they don't even really message me. They just respond back, and, they probably respond every few days, and that's it, right? So if you're getting a lot of feedback, there's probably something wrong with your product or service. Don't block your feedback from dramatizing your offer or your results. So, sometimes people overpromise all this stuff and hype everything up, and then they can't actually get the real feedback of like, what happens when I run Facebook ads and automation? Like, what's the end actual result? And once you get accurate feedback, then you'll have a better idea of how to present what your system actually produced. So that's going to wrap up this video. Hope this gives you an idea of like, how I'm running my agency, the work it took to get here, and just the specifics of what it is I'm doing. If you want to see the full behind the scenes and get all the systems and the resources that I'm going to be releasing, like, everything you need to basically run a model like this, because it's the same thing with an affiliate, right? Like you need someone that is doing what you want to do. And so I have to have my niche as to who I can help as an affiliate. So this is kind of my secret sauce, is what I just showed you. This is what I'm cooking up over here. So the people that I want to partner with should want something kind of similar. And it's going to be releasing only to my GoHighLevel premium affiliates. So you can get a 30-day free trial here, or you can upgrade now at this link. So this link will be in the actual bio of YouTube. And you can start an extended free trial, or you can, I think, upgrade here. If you're having any problems with upgrading, you can message high-level support and give them this link, and they should help you out. So let me know what you guys think about just this video, what I shared. Curious to see what you guys think, and wishing you all success. See you in the next video. Peace.